All right, so we are on day 3 of my trip to the United States. And obviously, as you start the day, you gotta have breakfast. Thankfully, our hotel was giving us free breakfast, which was sweet. And because our location was kind of an hour away from the park, we actually had to gas up first with all the traveling we've done. So it was best to be safe than sorry. As we got to the park, one thing I did notice that was really, really weird was the fact that I had security. Last time I went to a park was maybe when I was in 8th grade, and at that point there was no security or nothing. You just had your ticket, you go in. But over here we had to actually open our bags and have them check everything. And even if they wore gloves and stuff, they were telling us to open the compartments, which I thought was kind of weird. But I mean, safety first, I guess. And then another thing that I thought was very strange was there was this red carpet, and suddenly these people with cameras were just like swarming everyone that just came in asking for pictures. And I'm like, I guess this is a new thing. That's cool, I guess. And then they did give us like a little paper saying like, oh, if you want your pictures and just go on the website or the kiosk and stuff. So we never got to do that, so I don't know where my photo is or if they have like an archive of those. Either way, mainly we took a few photos ourselves, especially right in front of the Universal Globe thing, which was pretty sweet. So I was like, okay, this is real. I'm actually here. I'm in the States. I'm actually right in front of the Universal Globe, and this is actually happening. So I was really excited. But the main reason we came to the park was mostly for the Harry Potter, the Simpsons, and the Jurassic Park ride, which unfortunately was closed for maintenance, which was really bumming me out. But at least we had 2 of the 3. So yeah, we went to the Harry Potter area, which, oh my gosh, the gate is huge. And it really felt like, all right, I'm stepping into the Harry Potter world, which is sweet. But one thing that I've noticed is even if over there it was super, super hot, I guess because it was in March that they had like a winter theme. So a lot of snow everywhere. Lovely. I left Canada to go back into Canada weather. But that's what it is, I guess, to just have like the whole like Christmassy themed areas. And there was like this really cute British conductor guy that was like greeting everyone and taking pictures, and I I noticed that at the Harry Potter world is that they try their best to have like these British actors to play the parts, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool actually. And then we did notice that a lot of things were moving on their own, and that's when I realized, I'm like, oh, these must be the spots where you can actually use your wand and activate things, which was great. So I was actually really excited to try that out. But now back to the rides, the plus size problems. One thing I noticed a lot about Universal was it is not fluffy friendly. If you are fat, big chance are you're not gonna fit on the rides, and that really hit me hard. Especially like I've been working out for the past 2 months, working really hard to be able to fit in the airplane seats because I was paranoid about it. And I was like, awesome, I've lost like 15 pounds, maybe that'll do a difference or whatever. But no, it did not do a single thing. The guy was like, well, you can try it. And I was like, I could tell in his eyes that he's like, this ain't gonna work. But I'm like, haha, gonna play your games and just really me up inside. Like, so yeah, I did sit on the tester's seat, and yeah, and I was like, it's all in a crowded area, people can see me attempt it and fail, and that really, really sucked. Like, I really wish that the tester seats were like in hidden areas where you can do it privately, because not being able to fit in things is really sucky, because it really separates you from everyone else, and it sucks. It really freaking sucks. But I know Lumi could tell like I was about to like burst into tears, because it really, really hit me hard, because I was working really freaking hard for this, and it's like that hard work did nothing. But I told him, like, don't talk about it. I'll be good. Let us just continue. Okay. I'm good. So we just continued to the Harry Potter world, and we decided to try to find the Ollivanders. And we didn't know where to go for the wands because you had like a tiny little line with people waiting, and we're just like, I don't know if that's just the store is crowded or if it's just an event that I'm not aware of. But it turns out that that line was actually where you had to go for the experience. And I was like, well, if I can't ride the rides, at least I can do the experience for the wands. It was really, really cute, though very dark, so my camera really couldn't catch anything but a little boy chosen, even if I was low-key hoping it would be me because I came all the way from Canada for this. But yeah, it was really cute, and people are really into their roles, and it really has made me notice like a big difference between regular working and theme park working. But yeah, it was really cool. I did find my own wand. I couldn't find the one on the website, but one of the workers was telling us how the Pottermore website just kind of takes like a basic wand and be like, here you go, there's your wand. So I kind of a bit of a letdown on that one. So it took me a while to figure out what wand I really, really wanted to do, or to pick, sorry. And yeah, afterwards we were like, hey, we're here, why not try Butterbeer? And the thing about the Butterbeer, we actually have a candy store in Sudbury. It's called Boobaloo, and they actually carry some Butterbeer and it's like Harry Potter stuff. And so we did buy some at that point. Well, I did anyways. And it tasted just like root beer. So I was like, I really hope it doesn't taste the same. And honestly, it tasted completely different. It had such a unique flavor. It was so good. I tried the frozen one. Lumi just tried the regular one. But like, it was weird. It was so weird because half of the time we're trying each other's drink and we're like, no, you know what? I prefer that one. And then we're like, wait, no, actually I prefer the other one. And then it just goes back and forth. We're like, what the hell? We love both of these so much. So I thought that was really funny. So yeah, once we got our Butterbeer, we're like, okay, well, we spent enough time in Harry Potter. Guy gave us a little pass for the castle walk. But I was like, we can come back to do that when we've done most of the stuff. I felt like we spent enough time in the Harry Potter world and I wanted to go to somewhere else. So we decided to go to Springfield. And boy, I didn't realize, like, I guess they tried to make the characters as realistic as possible. But man, are they short. It's really cute and weird. And then we saw like they were selling the donuts and I was expecting them to be, you know, like donut size. But no, they're literally the size for the characters. So I'm like, what the freak? This thing's huge. So I'm like, dude, that's not a donut. That's a freaking cake. So I thought that was really interesting to see that huge difference. So me and Lumi, we did buy one to share it. But like, oh my God, it looks like a cake, but it tastes like a donut. So it's really, really confusing. So once we got our donut, we went to the Krusty Burger, where Lumi actually got the chance to try the Krusty Burger burger. And again, as a picky person, I don't like burgers that are filled with things, so I just got salad, and I realized I was the only one that got salad. And only for us to realize later that day that he got food poisoning from that burger. So that really, really sucked. Which made me laugh a little bit in a way because I remember going to the Quickie Mart and they actually had the t-shirt that said, you don't make friends with salad. I'm like, well, you don't get sick with salad either. So, oh boy. So I felt really bad for Lumi. But it just really made me think of the Simpsons episode where they got food poisoning and stuff like that. So I'm just like, oh, how ironic. But then suddenly the characters of the Simpsons were starting to show out, like the mascots and whatnot. So you were seeing Bart and Lisa, and then you're seeing Homer and Marge. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then suddenly at the corner of my eye, I'm seeing Sideshow Bob being carried with these two cops. And I'm like, oh my God, it's him. So I'm like, I don't know if you guys realize, but like, he's like one of my favorite villains in The Simpsons. So I got really, really excited. I'm like, Lumi, we gotta take pictures with him. But unfortunately, he wasn't getting pictures done at that point. So we decided to go to the Simpsons Ride while we were waiting for him to have his like little signage thing. And let me tell you, this Simpsons Ride is freaking awesome. It's fluffy friendly, hella bonus at this point. And it's just so great. So one thing that happened is, I don't know if you guys remember, but I did have vertigo. I believe it was in November, and that really messed me up. So I still am terrified of roller coaster rides that might flip me and stuff like that, because I don't want my vertigo to go back. But the cool thing about this ride is you don't flip and stuff. It's all like a huge screen and this machine that lifts you up and moves you around, and it really feels like you're on a roller coaster. Like, it mentally messed me up, because I was like, no, I'm sitting, I'm fine, I'm not doing any roller coaster. But like, it is so trippy. It is so fun. It is so fun. I really, really want to go back just for this ride and do it like 5 times at least. It's so good. So if you are like me and you have vertigo, you are going to be fine on that ride, I promise you. So after the ride, Sideshow Bob was able to take photos and stuff like that, and I think he realized I was really, really shy. Because I'm like, mentally I know it's a dude in a costume, but I'm like, he's here. Like, it's so stupid. But he knew I was really shy, and so at first he just, holds me by the hand and be like, hey, and I was like, yo, what's up? And so, yeah, he gets me around his, like, arm and stuff, and then I'm like, okay, taking photos, okay, cool, thanks. And then suddenly, he just starts petting me on my head. I was like, oh my god. So I got so red, and I think he realized that, but it was so funny. It was so funny, because, like, I like head pats a lot. They make me happy, so just to have Sideshow Bob do that for me is just, that was the highlight of my day, minus, like, the whole, like, Simpsons Ride thing. That was definitely one of my highlights. So at this point, we've been at the park for a long, long time, and as a fat person that's been doing treadmill for 2 months straight, trying to get myself to be ready for walking, I wasn't prepared. So I was really, really tired, and I felt so bad. So Lumi actually was telling us, like, hey, they actually have like this Universal tour thing. Do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, frick yeah, I'm gonna go. And it's also an excuse for me to sit for a whole hour. So yeah, so we go to the tour, and I was like originally I really thought it was gonna be boring. But honestly, it was really freaking cool, because, like, you get, like, the boring parts, like, oh, this is the building, blah, 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 this is how they make the movies. But then they have an interaction with the bus and stuff. So, like, you'll have, like, the dinosaurs that are, like, attacking the thing, and then you have, like, these massive screens that make it look like Kong's, like, fighting this T-Rex, and then you have, like, this other part of the ride where it's, like, gushing water, and then you're getting splashed, and you're like, oh shit. And then, like, these trains are falling down the subway, and it's just so cool. I was like, oh my god. And then I went to the place where it was Jaws. If you know me, with my anxieties and stuff, just the theme song of Jaws freaks me out. So to have this theme going while the shark is coming up and about to eat us, I was like a little freaked out, but I knew it wasn't real. But it was just so cool just to see that. I was like, just this whole tour, I thought it was going to be boring, but no, it is so interactive. It's so great. I would go on it again. Like, it was so awesome. So once we finished the tour, it was kind of getting pretty late. So then Lumi was like, hey, well, we should go to this water show. I'm like, what do you mean, like, a water show? Like, just fancy, like, waterfalls or something? He's like, no, you'll see. I'm like, okay. So we go to the water show, we're waiting in line, and then suddenly we go in, and it's like this weird rusty area that's like Mad Max. Like, I was like, what is going on? This is freaky. And then he's like, well, where do you want to sit? And I was like, well, these seats are, like, really cleared. And he's like, well, this is where you're going to get wet. I'm like, I don't care. I got my poncho. So we go there, and I'm like getting ready with my poncho, and like all these good looking actors are coming over, saying hi, and then being butts and splashing people as they're coming by. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. So like there was jet skis, explosions, dude, explosions. I was not aware how hot it was gonna be. Even if they were far away, you feel the heat on your face. I was shocked. I was like, what the heck? That thing was like 20 feet away and I still felt it. But it was really cool just to see all the special effects. There was a plane that came out of nowhere from the sky, went into this water, spraying everyone. I was like, what is happening? This is amazing. So I was like, I do not regret coming here at all. This place is awesome. And then once the water show was done, I was like, oh shoot, we still haven't done the walk. So we go back to the Harry Potter world, and then we go to the castle, and they're like, oh, it's just a couple of minutes. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. So we go to the castle. It was really cool, especially when you're walking up the stairs and you're seeing like the talking people on the portraits. And Lumi didn't even realize. I'm like, Lumi, how do you not realize this? But then I noticed that Lumi never really watched the Harry Potter series. So I guess I was the only one nerding out about this, but that's fine. But yeah, the walk was like 3 minutes, which I thought would be longer. So that was a little bit disappointing, but it was still really cool to see that. And then I was seeing like the entrance where the ride was going, and it looked so trippy. And I was like, frick, I really wish I was thin just so I can do that. So I'm just going to keep on working out, and eventually I'll fit into the rides. It's just, if you're fat, it's not going to happen. So that really sucked. But other than that, the whole day was really awesome. I was so tired, so tired. I was looking at my Google Fit thing, and they were telling me like, holy shit, you just like beat like 3 freaking records, and like overall I was like, wow. I didn't think I'd walk that much. But yeah, I was so exhausted, but so happy. I kind of regret not having more butterbeer, but like, oh my god, it was such a good day. It was such a good day, guys. So if I had a lot of fun over here, I was excited for tomorrow for Disneyland, like 100%. Which, that means that's my next video. It's going to be when I went to Disneyland. So I'm hoping that you guys will like that video as well. So for now, I will start working on that. All right, bye.